So let's talk about Evernote. I have been using this for 2.5 years for taking notes. Just in the last week or so, I've watched all the tutorials and had one of those, oh my gosh moments. I can't believe it does all this other stuff too. And that's what I'm going to share with you today. If you want it, go to evernote.com and click down here where it says it's free, because it is free. I've been using it free for 2 years now. You can upgrade for $5 a month or $45 a year for more storage and a couple of other features. I haven't used them yet. I haven't needed them yet. Let's take a look at my actual Evernote notebook. This is what it looks like on the screen on my laptop. And basically what Evernote is a digital scrapbook. It's for taking notes, keeping lists, photographs, screenshots, and it gives me access on my iPad, my iPhone, and my laptop. Automatically, it syncs. I don't have to press a button. I don't have to do anything. In the old days, we used to keep notebooks. I can remember running around with clients. For example, we're looking at my client whose name is Weir, Mrs. Weir, and in the old days, I would have kept a notebook with notes, with phone numbers, with showings, etc., etc. Now I don't have to do that. Because I use Evernote, I have set up a folder called Sellers, and inside the folder I have my 4 sellers that I'm working with right now. And in Mrs. Weir, in her folder, I have a note called Showings. So every time the phone rings and somebody leaves me a voicemail, or I pick up the phone and I talk to an agent that wants to show my listing, I go to Mrs. Weir and the showings list, and I type in who the next agent is that wants to show the property and when they want to show it. I also have a list in Mrs. Weir's notebook called Contacts. These are all the contacts that I've run across in the course of doing business. And for example, now when I find out who the buyer attorney is, I will type it in and have their contact information right there. One of the things I don't want to forget to tell you is that I love this because see the phone number that's in there? It's not evident here on my laptop, but when I open up Evernote on my phone, the phone number is an automatic link. So all I have to do is click on the phone number and it dials the phone number. Very, very simple. Another thing that I can do here is once I have all these contacts in here, I can just send this list to my admin for her to be able to enter them all into my contact relationship manager. One page, I send it to her and just say, could you please add all these people to my CRM? So it's very, very easy to stay organized. I have a buyer that I'm working with right now, and he wanted me to find out if the property was in a flood zone. So I went to the flood zone map, and he also had some Gloucester zoning questions. We'll use the zoning question example here. And I took a screenshot of the screen and dropped it right into Evernote, right into his folder. I can change the name of the screenshot and call it zoning. And then right from here, I can also email it to him. I can post it to Twitter if I wanted to put something up on Twitter, or even post it to Facebook. But let's say I just wanted to email the note to him. I can do that right from here by using the drop-down menu. Put in his address and then click send. Let me show you an example of something that I've already sent out via Evernote. I sent instructions to one of my clients with the counteroffer. There's the counteroffer. And then I sent verbal instructions via a recording through Evernote. I don't think you can hear this.
Could you make sure that your mother...
But I'm explaining where they should sign. That's called an audio note. And I've done that via Evernote. So if I wanted to add an audio note to this particular zoning screenshot, all I have to do is click on the little record audio here, click the record button. Tom, here's the zoning uses for the property that we're considering. Pay particular attention to the R20 column. Now all I have to do is click send the email note, and the screenshot as well as the audio recording are in the note. I mean, is that slick or is that slick? Another way that I've already used this is for emailing scripts. Oftentimes I have someone call me, they talk about real estate, they're not on my website yet, and I want them to register on my website. So I have a little script that I use all the time. If you really want to keep an eye on the market, register on my Cape Ann, blah, blah, blah. What I have done for the last couple of years is I've been emailing this to people. Now that I've learned how to use the Evernote audio, I'm sending out the email to them. So they get an email from me, good talking to you today, here's my contact info. And then if you really want to keep an eye on the market, it shows with a link, and it has right down the bottom here, me reading the script so they can listen to my voice too. Very, very, very slick. Okay. Couple of other real estate related uses for this. You can put in building inspector photographs. As a seller's agent or a buyer's agent, I always go to the building department and look at the folder on the particular property that I'm about to sell or that my client is about to buy. I take pictures of whatever's in the building department folder. I put that in the scrapbook or that in the notebook. And I could also, right from here, I could email this to my client saying, here's what I found at the building department today. Very slick, very easy to do that. If I wanted to add a photograph to my Dropbox folder, all I have to do is take the photograph, drag it onto the Evernote icon. It opens up Evernote, and then I can bring it in and put it wherever I want. If I want it in the Dropbox, if I want it wherever I want it here, I can drop it and it will copy inside the Dropbox. I've also started using this for clippings. Let me show you what I mean by a clipping. I have different blog ideas that I run across during the course of my travels on the internet. For example, let's say I wanted to put a link to the Zoning Board of Appeals and something regarding zoning, Gloucester zoning, on my blog. And I thought, gee, this would be a great thing to blog about. So why not remember to do this by just clicking on the Evernote icon, clip a rectangle, and then it automatically goes into Evernote. I can click on the drop-down menu here and go down to blog, and now this screenshot will be put into my blog section of the Evernote. Here it is right here. So it's very simple for me to remember that. I can also, while I'm out, for example, at open houses, if I take particular pictures of a house that I want to keep, I can send it directly there. And then I could even post these to Facebook if I wanted to. And let me show you what it looks like when I've posted something to Facebook. I believe I have my Facebook open here. Here we go. I posted directly from screenshot. Did anyone get to see this concert? And if you click on the screenshot, it opens up the photograph, which was a clipping that I took from the internet. On a personal note, if there are certain things that you want to remember all the time, for example, I'm building a new spice collection, but I want to remember which ones I have, so the next time I'm in the grocery store, I can pick up a couple. Here's a photograph of the spices that I have right now. My shopping list. So I have one for Costco and I have one for Demoulas. You know, I want to buy a tie that matches this new shirt. Take a picture of the shirt, throw it into Evernote, and then the next time I'm in the clothing store, I can take a look at the ties and say, oh my gosh, I don't have the shirt on, but here's a picture of the shirt. Can you help me pick out a tie? So lots of different ways to use Evernote. I can't say enough about it. If you have any questions, comments, ways that you use it, please email me at kenny@capeanninfo.com or give me a call, 978-758-0983. And have a great day.